Hello Collective, thanks for joining me. I am just preparing some cards for today's little reading. Everything's falling out. Yeah, hope you're all doing well. They jumped out, but I am putting them back in. So as always, these are general readings, so just take that resonates and leave the rest. They are timeless readings as well, so you will find this message when you are needing the specific guidance contained with whatever the situation is when you come across it. Thank you to those who have subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate you. We've got 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there's some kind of frustration going on. Somebody may be feeling that they are between a rock and a hard place, maybe. It represents, swords represent worries, stresses within the mind. So there could be some kind of mental conflict going on, whether that's internally or whether projected towards you, or if you are just under pressure with other people's stuff, or just responsibilities, probably is a better word. Also as well, self-limiting beliefs, so a sensation of being stuck, but actually that's just a mental perception. Let's take a look and see. Something about communication as well for some of you. Frustration with communication. We've got here the King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Alright, so seeing these, it looked like 2 different people. It felt like we had the King of Wands and then somebody rushing to deliver news, give feedback, pass a message about maybe this Knight of Cups that's moving towards somebody else or making an offering towards a plan. It could also be this King of Wands has told a person to rush ahead or rush towards giving a yes answer or a suggestion, an offer as it is. So the Knight of Swords is the fast action, they're getting there quickly, and then obviously the transition, slowing it down as they are approaching, because this would be too confrontational. So then the sword changes to a cup, because it's either a peace offering or a suggestion or an idea to add towards whatever this plan may be. This King of Wands could also be this the Two of Wands, in the sense that there's the one wand that is there, which is the one wand that is being held there. We've got here an idea that's trying to come together, or a collaboration or an understanding. So the Knight of Wands is rushing off to get the other wand to add to there. So yeah, I feel that there's it's either the thought process of one person, or it's 2 people, 4 more people possibly that are overseeing or adding to. So it could be a collaboration, doesn't have to be. Or it could be somebody just reporting back to something they're seeing, like this one saying, yeah, look, they're going over there, or they're doing that, something like that. Yeah, I'm just being reminded as well that I had a frustration with communication is what was under the bottom of the deck. All right. Wow. So the King of Wands, the obstacles and challenges, trying to find a way of doing something differently or how to go about something, discontent and boredom, wanting to take action on something, or having to wait. So that would be the Eight of Swords that we saw at the bottom of the deck, would be the kind of trapped, whether it's in the mind waiting to work out something or figure out a way to do something or do something differently, or so that would be the stood trapped with the swords around, not able to move forward. The Knight of Swords is the breaking free of the mental stagnation and taking action on a thought, an idea, a solution, a concept, whatever it may be. Again, with that Eight of Swords, it could be as well waiting for a sign and a little bit stuck until seeing the sign. So stuck in the head, not sure what to do until they see a sign, get a sign. The Knight of Cups and emotional loss here would make sense with seeing the cup being offered was like an olive branch, or what was the word? It was an olive branch, it was a peace offering with emotional loss. A peace offering for something that lost, or a healing solution to either a person, place or thing, situation. We've got heartache and loss, so that could be suggesting that this person is somebody else with the Two of Wands, somebody making a plan of some kind, or they've got half of a plan, and then this King of Wands has the other wand, which is another part of the plan to help overcome heartache and loss, overcome whatever this obstacles and challenges are. So literally, like, two minds are better than one at this point. We've got Triumph at the bottom of the deck. So we've got base chakra, which would make sense with what we're seeing there. It's foundations, it's a building, it's a strengthening of the foundation that you're about to build on, whatever it may be. We've got intuition, so that being kept still, that being contained, that moving, being trapped in the mind from whatever aspect it may have come from. This discontent and boredom may have been an element of appearing to be trapped but not, but at the same time, in that quiet, in that nothing happening, a download from the intuition, or an intuitively knowing the right thing to do or the best thing to do. Which is why also that we're seeing it could be King of Wands, male, female, whatever, if it's resonating with you, forget the gender. But that's why also it could be looking like it's a overall aspect of one person's thoughts and feelings, not just necessarily the two people as it's coming up. So we've got here the truth, some kind of truth that has caused an emotional loss, or there's an identification of a loss. The Knight of Cups bringing forward either a peace offering or a solution that will resonate as the truth, or it's a good idea or a good suggestion, or it's like a light bulb moment. Yeah, that's it, that's what's needed. Or yeah, that's it, couldn't put it into words, or couldn't quite think what it could be, or something like that, which is that bit, somebody else bringing that forward. And that's what we've been seeing in our readings before, is that the universe is now moving us into a position where that yes, we may have done everything solo, or we may have separated from many people, and clearing out people, places and things that no longer serve us for our next chapter, next soul growth. But what actually the universe will be doing is reuniting with either re-healed bridges from those that we've stepped away from, or it will be bringing forward same soul tribe, you just may not have met them yet, more in alignment to the growth that you've incurred recently. So there'll be a truth, there'll be a soul recognition with the people you're interacting with at the minute. Other than that, you will stay isolated away from people, but ultimately the universe is pushing people to move forward as a unity in regards to future plans. Nothing's really going to work so well by going solo at this time. Yeah, not meaning you can't do anything by yourself, or not meaning that if you're bringing up a family single-handedly that you're not going to be able to do that. That's not what I mean. It's moving down anything along the creative endeavours, that kind of thing. There's going to be a helping hand on some level, some way, shape or form that's going to be needed, which is why the wands are showing up, because they are communication, they represent action, they represent creativity. We've got here financial and material changes. So whatever this truth is about an emotional loss, or a suggestion of taking away some kind of emotional block or pain or whatever, a solution, and then that helps to overcome the heartache and loss, creating some kind of financial material changes. So it could be change of location, could be change of friend group, it could just be a complete change of mind, literally. For some, we've got the truth there. So on a whole, it feels that the whole energy is breaking outside of the Eight of Swords and moving into this base chakra, which is solid unions, solid grounds, solid fertile grounds for creative expression. All right, so let's take a look. I hope that's resonating for you. So a lot just to build the energy. I'm still being torn between if it's two people or one person, so you just place that where it fits best for you. It could just be switching in and out because it is one and the same. So it could be what the person is having to think about in order to make that connection, or something along those lines. So let's see, we've got here the Nine of Wands. So some kind of pressure or stress, it's getting to the point where a situation is becoming tiresome on, I was going to say on the own, or as it stands, as it is. I'm just getting a bit confused because I've got to keep splitting it. So I would say, tiresome how it is, whether it's someone trying to move forward alone and getting a blocks, or whether it is that something else or suggestions being introduced to free up or move something to a next stage, that it would have been suggesting there was pressure or feeling tired or worn down, or able to take a rest break because help's on the way. Not help's on the way, you don't forget, we need to remove that, because no, it's probably not. You've got to get to as close a point as you can, and then the help will come. So we've got here the Queen of Wands. So masculine, feminine, place it wherever it needs to be. Again, it's still recognizing the same dynamics, it's just there's only one of each card within a deck. So it's this intuitive knowing of what needs to be done. It's just waiting for the right moment to put it into action. So we've got here the procrastinating, and that Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck was suggesting that there's an element of self-imposed limiting beliefs. I can't get out of this trap, or I need help, or I need this or that, and I can't move forward until it happens. And now an intuitive knowing that this is what needs to be done, or breaking out of that that self-imposed entrapment in order to push forward. Knowing the truth, the intuition is the truth. It's hearing a truth that aligns intuitively, it resonates, and then that turns into our Ace of Pentacles. So the Knight of Cups is pulling forward either a cup which touches with the emotions, emotional loss, heartache and loss, discontent, boredom, the intuition, and then that cup, within that cup is the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new perspective, new way of doing something, a suggestion, an opportunity, or a different belief of some kind. Or even it could be a conversation, because we've got the wands here, but ultimately it's going to resonate with you collective, with whatever it may mean. We've got here the Page of Swords, so you are being called to look into something. Don't feel that you're in a position that you've got to grab at anything that comes forward. Take your time to just explore. Don't forget, it's got to intuitively resonate with your inner truth. So but once it's accepted, it doesn't feel that there is a way back, if that's making sense. So whatever this may be, it's either closing the door on a rift of the past, or it's an acceptance of, okay, that will do, and then it making sure that it does do, moving forward. It's not moving the goalposts. Whatever is agreed on, suggested, organised, or negotiated, or whatever this cup or pentacle may look like as your truth, once it's accepted, there's no going back from there, or no changing the goalpost. We've got here the Nine of Swords, so somebody's still in their head. Eight of Swords feeling trapped, Nine of Swords definitely trapped in the head, whirling over something. I'm just being told it, because this bit will be there's no going back. Yes, take a minute to think about it, because the commitment that comes with this saying yes, or accepting that cup, or taking that pentacle, whatever it is, it's aligned with your truth. But this isn't just a truth for now. Remember, this is some kind of a soul contract with yourself, or with another, or with an organisation, or with a new belief system, whatever it may be. You are signing up for a long period of time. It's not just for now, just for a minute. Yeah, we've got the Three of Swords, so I feel there's that element of, maybe it's not what I was expecting, or I thought it would look like something different. they're saying to turn that around, and whatever you're being moved forward into, it's either a releasing the control because the universe is guiding you, and to be at this stage, the universe absolutely is orchestrating situations around you for you to be where you are right now, regardless of how you may be viewing it as a positive or a struggle, or whatever way you're seeing the situation here right now as you watch this video. This will be orchestrated by the spirit realm, the divine. So whatever comes forward now, you're releasing the control of it. Yes, you are still actively working towards whatever, like the reading was saying. You're not waiting for help to come along and save you. You are already moving yourself towards helping yourself, breaking out of your own self-limiting beliefs, your own traps of the mind, your own worries, your own ability to find answers to solutions, blah blah blah. So that's what they're saying, is just keep moving forward and doing that. But when something does align with your truth and you see the opportunity, there is in the decision making, you're being called to know that this is a help for you from the divine in regards to removing those swords. So we've had a couple of readings back saying about pulling out the swords of the heart, the emotional pain that's being carried, emotional loss, heartache and loss of the past. It's shutting the door on there. It's removing that and then moving forward to the new chapter, whatever it looks like for you. So they're saying make sure that you really do think before making a commitment. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is exactly what we're saying. You've got the King of Wands, King or Queen, whatever way you want to place it, it's the same. So we've got here the King of Wands and the Two of Wands, which is the coming together, the idea. So again, like they were saying, that this could be a perspective of one person's thought process, what they're going through, or it is an element of two people or one and whatever that other wand represents as person, place, thing, pentacle, cup, or whatever it needs to be. But ultimately, when that all comes together and you've made your decision, you've made to put the pain, the hurt behind and turn that into a blessing, it then changes into our Ace of Wands, which is your absolute fire sparked within the belly. It's that creative expression. It is that new beginning. It is that pentacle. It is everything that we were just touching on there. And then we've got Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So not only are you reinvesting in yourself, reinvesting into the new chapter, it's reaping what you sow. It's the beginning of the journey again. You move on. Everything goes in cycles, as you'll see in there. They're telling you to keep away from spiraling. That looked like a snake then, quickly, if that top bit looked like a head as I just looked then. But yeah, it's just showing to steer away from it's easy for us to keep looking at that's bad, that's gonna be all of that. Yeah, we can all do that, but you can look for the positive side as well. It's not being naive, it's not being overly optimistic. Don't forget, for you to be resonating with this message right now, the process that has led you to this has already cleared out a lot of the crap, a lot of the shit around you. You're already using your discernment for what's real, what's wrong, what's right, and what's resonating with you. You're already either in isolation or coming out of the hermit mode, whatever one. When you're at this stage, you're not at the beginning of just learning your lessons. You are already in motion. So when they're saying about the thinking of how the commitment will work, are you going to be committed to it? New job, new location, new whatever it may be, new relationship, new building bridges, new belief system, whatever. All of this swirling round in your mind, like the Eight of Swords, it's that trapped, can't move forward, self-limiting beliefs. If we're the way that they're literally showing me as I'm trying to give you the example is, that's how you're starting off with those trapping, but that's in the mind, and then it's the releasing and elevating up that those swords start spiraling round, and one next thing, they're not containing you, they are raising above, raising your vibration, and you are releasing them. So that's what they're wanting you to bear in mind in regards to making a decision on the commitment side of things. It's easy to look on the scary side, but where are you at on the scale of things by replacing every scary bit or every negative, every block with its alternative, or with its opposite, or with its counterpart, the duality, anything to replace it that is more positive than the block you've just come up with. That's the type of thinking they're wanting you to take in mind. And it's not saying, oh, flip everything round and go override your own sense of self and things that you know, no, I'm not interested in that offer, thank you very much, and whatever. No, that's not what's being said, but give yourself some credit, because to resonate with this message, you've already been through a particular stage of process to get to this bit. So that's what they're wanting you to acknowledge. And then that's why these Three of Swords are easier to dissolve and pull out. Yes, the memories of will always be there, because you've got brain capacity that stores up memories. It's just, it's not going to be so raw. And then that fuel is transmuted into firing up the passion within and being ready to move forward. So moving forward with you will have looked into it, but without the defensiveness. That's what they're saying. Just lower your swords a little bit. Already many of you are moving in silence, so keeping plans and so to yourself. They're just showing, I'm just, sorry, just was looking at something. Okay, so that's that bit. They're saying and showing that you're gonna see something. So, because I was just asking it, keeping plans close to the chest, let's say, or moving in silence, and then it was said, but they would know who they can tell, and then it's come back, well, no, because at the minute there's no need. It's, you've got to go through this process in your own head without influence, and it's only when a commitment has been set within yourself to the divine or whatever it is just your business doing that, and then it can be shared. There's a lesson in people all needing to know everything that's going on. But when they said they're going to show something or you're going to see something, I was seeing the tower. Obviously we've not had that show up here, but they were showing the tower, but it looked like in reverse. So whether I don't know what's the tower in reverse, because if everything is going well, so maybe this is the tower in reverse. It's trying to break free out of that way of thinking, or joining together with whatever the pentacle, the cup, and so on may represent. It could be stopping a tower from absolutely falling, but that's the confusion I was at when I was asking the question, because this hasn't given me at any point a sense or feeling that something's crumbling and collapsing. It doesn't feel like it's at that stage. It's just a snapshot of a thought process going on. We've got here temperance, so again letting us know that this is protected, whatever it is. We've got the 9 of Wands, so a time to rest and reevaluate some situations. Now's not the time to expend extra energy for no reason. We've got the 7 of Wands, so again, everything about Wands, it's about communication, having the confidence to back up what you say, back up your actions. No need to use all your energy by telling everyone your plans, and then blocks and obstacles can be put in your way, or that you're then constricted or restricted with changing your mind or going with the flow. It's like, oh, thought you said you was doing that. Oh no, change mind, I'm doing this. It's like da 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 da. This is what they're saying. It's not actually anyone's business. So protect yourself, protect your energy. Know that the temperance angel is a representation of protection over this. We did see at the beginning of the reading that it was being overseen by the divine. You're being guided to this position, so to release the control and to know that you're in a safe space at this time. So again, 7 of Wands is protecting. We've got here the 8 of Swords, so the 8 of Swords will be the memories of loss, heartache and loss, because if you look, that person is looking in the mirror at the old self of where they used to be. So now what it's showing you is, with this transition that you've been through, or the process of having to be held still in that discontent and boredom, for your intuition to kick in, or for whatever come forward as it did, that process in itself is now a massive learning curve, because you can look back and reflect and know exactly how you got yourself out of that, so then you never have to stay in that position again. We've got here the Magician, letting you know that you can now identify that you've got all of the tools within your magician's bag or table, or whatever you want it to be, to manifest what you need to break yourself free out of any bonds or chains of the mind, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it needs to be. You're able to alchemize that energy and move forward, but also as well then become a teacher for others to help show them the process. We've got here the 8 of Cups, which can be seen as either walking away from the limiting beliefs, the old self of the past, or those situations, like the reading was saying, at this heartache and loss, and then the making the decision, you are committing to leave all of that in the past and move forward. So moving forward into alignment with that, what you're going after, which is off in the distance there. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, which is working together with the divine, with yourself, your higher self, your lower self, all of the selves that you need to bring together in order to have your creative expression and putting it into action, but also elements of the emotions contained. All of those combined in together produce your Ace of Pentacles, which is exactly that whirlpool of what the Magician is working with, is manifesting. So we've got here the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, whatever it needs to be for you is aligning with the truth there. It's knowing that You may have always known that you were meant to do something, whatever it may be, or that there was a particular position in life, or a lifestyle, or I'm even seeing, oh, I always knew I was supposed to own a dog, or something like that, but you've never really been into dogs, or you've never had a dog, or never been in a place where it could be have a dog, and then at a certain point something comes about. Could be for some a decision that a dog's come along, it needs rehomed, and this is a complete different angle for someone. Maybe it's like, yeah, could I take a dog, and it doesn't always have to be these readings about finances or love or whatever. It's just about the decision making process, you know. And what unfolds once you lock into this intuitive truth, there's everything starts unfolding. That's how you know you're on the right path. So with the King or Queen of Pentacles, it's just showing that stability, that mental stability, that fire in the belly to keep pushing forward, the ability to manifest, the ability to break yourself out of turmoil of the mind, limiting beliefs that hold you trapped, which is the worry as well, and the ability to walk away from that no longer serves you. Things come, teach us lessons, or are in our life for a certain amount of time. It's not that every single thing is going to be that we're there with us from beginning of our life to the end of our life. That much we all know. And then we've got here finally the Hierophant, so it's absolutely seeing something from a higher perspective, and it represents commitment, and that's what they were saying in the reading. There's a process here that you are committing to the next chapter. You're committing to your higher self, that you will put the energy and effort in to climb those stairs and see things from a more divine perspective. And so it needs commitment in order to be able to reach that, all of the stops, the stairs or the top or whatever, to even begin that properly and stay committed until you get to the top. And they're just saying now that this is in alignment with our base chakra, because the person is sitting on the base chakra, which is the foundation of whatever it is that they're about to commit to. So yeah, massive really. It seems like it's just a little thing going into, oh, discontent and boredom, but when they show it to you like this, it shows you exactly how technical it is when we're trying to make a decision. So don't beat yourselves up when you feel that you're getting stuck in that stage of inactivity, or trying to think something through. Sometimes you may feel guilty for not doing something, or sitting around, or whatever it may feel like at the time, but you're not actually doing nothing. The mind is going through this process in the background. It's just knowing that when it clicks into place, you then get up and make a decision to take action. It's knowing what you've got to do, or even the first steps, or making that commitment, knowing you can't go back once you've made it, making that commitment to take 1 or 2 steps or whatever it is into it. It's once you've got to that point, then you know that you are putting wheels in motion, and then your spirit team can help you, because you've made a choice, you've made a decision. It's when you see something, you know something, you know you only need to do a couple of steps, or you've got to make the decision. That's then the procrastinating. It's knowing something that you've got to do, but just still sitting on your hands because you're trying to map out the whole plan. You're putting the whole blueprint plans down, and like, right, this person's life is going to look like this, and they're going to do that, and it will look like this when they're there, and this person will slot in with that, and they're going to... It doesn't even work like that. You've just got to get your bit in, and then the powers that be will come in and work. Don't forget, every individual person still needs to make their own choices for them. It's not anyone being pushed out in the cold or things like that. It's working towards everybody's got to make choices that are in alignment for their higher good, and then their spirit team or their guidance, and then everything blends together there, like we're seeing with the Three of Pentacles. One person can't map out everybody's lives. It just isn't going to work. That's people pleasing, and we all know that that's not going to happen. And also as well, they're just reminding me that there was a message saying about keeping your cards close to your chest and moving in silence at this time. So how could you be mapping out everybody else's life, that they've got to go there and they fit there and they do that and this is this, if you've got to keep your cards close to your chest for the minute? Because to start orchestrating everybody else, you then need to share all of your plan, and you know damn well that everyone be like, oh no, why are you doing that? Oh, don't want that. Oh, what, I've got to do that, or I've got to go there, or what? Yeah, so get your bit in place. Obviously that's not for everyone's got to do that, but even with like the getting a dog scenario or whatever, you're being told to condense it down to your decision about getting the dog and your immediate bit. You don't need to start rallying it too out of hand of, oh, what, when I go and visit Aunt Mo and things like that, or going up like to here or whatever, where's it going to sleep, little bits. You're making a decision that, yeah, the dog coming to me is in alignment with my truth. Everything else will come together as it needs to be. Your bit is to make the decision and take the first couple of steps, and then everything else starts kicking into gear because it's already set. There's always a timeline. You've just picked the one that is in alignment with you. There you go. I hope this one was trying to drop. Yeah, I hope that made sense to you. Please like and subscribe if it did. And if it didn't, oh, well, maybe catch it another time. So let's see what we've got with our favourite angel cards, and yeah, we'll take 4. Let's see what comes up. We've got 9 of Raphael. Thought it was like a merman. Make a wish. Dreams become reality. A joyful time of life. 6 of Michael. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel. 2 of Raphael. 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits. Don't give up on those you love. And then Queen of Ariel. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. Yay. Okay, so there you go. That is your little reading for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.